Hi, everyone. How are you guys doing? Hope everybody's doing good. Ooh, my throat. Mm. Got myself my cup of tea in my little mug. And I saw that a lot of you guys that joined me, the Esther, had got their mugs already. So I think that's like pretty cool. And I'm glad you guys really like them and stuff. So let's see. Okay. We are going to start. Okay, so every embroidery happy hour, I like to come on and I just like to help you guys out and like share my experiences, things I've learned, and all that kind of stuff. Um, the last video that I posted was a video, and I hope you guys can hear and see me. But I see everyone saying hello, and I think that is so awesome. As usual, I go in my topic, and then after I go in my topic, I go through the chat room and I make sure I answer everybody's questions and say hi to everybody and stuff. So, I feel like something's in my throat, but okay, let's do it. Sink or swim. All right. I know that I don't see we have a really big group, but that's okay. Hey, even if I get one person, I'm happy. Okay. So anyway, all right, guys. So, like I was saying before, every time I do embroidery happy hour, I always like to either share my experience, share things that I've learned, to help me become a better embroiderer. And I always try to share it because I figure that this is a great opportunity for me to help people that are into sewing, embroidering, and crafts and all that kind of stuff. So the last video that I did, and I posted it on the channel, was really what drove this Friday's topic. Okay. I got an order to do some jackets. I took the jackets, thinking that it would be a very simple stitch, something, that I've done like hundreds of times. However, though, what I didn't realize is when the jackets got here, um, you know, I was fine with it. But then when I actually went to embroider them, I got into like a little panic mode. And the reason why is because when I looked at those jackets, they were actually made out of a different material that I never like embroidered on before. And then I noticed the texture and the thickness of that jacket made it really difficult for me to hoop. And yeah, I kind of freaked out a little bit. So one of the things that I did was I reached out to Liliana from Embroider Print Now, and I showed her the jacket. And for you guys that don't know, she has been in the embroidery business for over 25 years. So she has done everything. She does embroidery for NBC and she does embroidery for a lot of companies. So I reached out to her and I showed her the jacket, and she was very familiar with the jacket. And she was like, go for it. You can do this. So I thought that was like really neat. She gave me that level of confidence that I needed. And she also gave me the best advice, which is what I described in the video when I was doing the coats. So some of the things that, what really got me was I started, when I started to panic about that order, I started thinking about what am I going to talk about this Friday? Sorry about that. Got putting my iPad. I'm left-handed, so putting my iPad over here because I got my notes here, and I wrote down about 5 things that kind of, that I want to share with you guys that get in the way of you becoming successful. And I noticed that some of these things are things that some of you guys reach out to me sometimes about. As you guys know, I'm pretty approachable. If folks ask for help, I don't mind helping. Guys can reach me through email, sometimes through Facebook. Sometimes I can't answer right away because I'm a little busy, especially during this season with all of the orders and stuff like that. But thankfully now it's dying down. Now I have to do the Christmas gifts. Okay, do you believe that? It's like tomorrow is Christmas Eve and I haven't even done my gifts yet. So but I do like to help people, but I saw commonality on what people reach out to me for and what kind of happened to me when I got that order, right? So I thought about what is it that really could stop you from, embroidering and being successful in it. And I came up with 5 things that, really stood out to me. Okay. So I'm going to talk to you about the first thing. Okay. The first thing that I put was impatience, being impatient. Okay. When you are embroidering, and one of the things that I talked about in the coat video when I was embroidering it is, sometimes you have all these types of machines. Some of the machines have different speeds. Some of them have 600 stitches per minute. Some of them go up to 1,000, some either 1,500 or even 2,000, right? And what happens is when you get these machines, right away you have this assumption that you just go top speed all the way, right? And it's like you just want to embroider and you just go to the full max and then you just walk away from the machine. To truth be told, okay, and when I talked to Liliana about it, one of the things that she always mentions, and she mentions it in her videos, and I kind of mention it in some of my videos as well, is that sometimes, and not even sometimes, many times, you're not going to be running that machine in the top speed as that machine can go. All right. Now, there's a reason for it. Sometimes when you are, for certain designs, especially with dense designs, and especially with designs that have very small fonts, you don't want that top speed. The reason being is because the machine is moving very fast, and it is moving the fabric back and forward in a very fast motion, and with the needle, right? So if there's any type of shifting that happens between the fabric during the movement of the machine, it can really kind of crunch up a design. And if you don't believe me, one of the things that I challenge you to do is take a dense design, do a test on it, go slow the first time around, do the test stitch and run it at around 400, 500 stitches per minute. Then do it again and then do it in your top speed. They may look a little similar, but if you were to take a microfine glass, and I'm probably being very nitpicky, and I am, one of the things you'll notice is that the design that you stitch at the slow speed is actually going to look more crisp. And crisp means that the stitches are really going to look like solid, okay? As for if you're running with doing fast speed. So a lot of times impatience is really what kind of screws us over. You also make a lot of mistakes when you are impatient. I've made them. I have actually hooped items and forgot to put the stabilizer on it and put it in the machine and embroidered the whole thing. And I'm like, oh, that's great, And of course, I'm not going to sell it like that because it's not going to be a long-lasting product. Sometimes what will happen if you're in a rush and if you have a multi-needle machine, usually with multi-needle machines, you can the possibilities of you making a mistake is greater than if you have a single needle machine. For the simple reason that you're not just paying attention to one needle, you're paying attention to all the needles on the machine. Every needle in that machine is assigned a color. And depending on the design, sometimes you are changing threads. And when you change the thread, you're tying the knot, you got to pull it through. You got to make sure that you needle thread it through the needle. And sometimes you're in a rush and you try to skip things and everything. And before you know it, you will accidentally, stitch the wrong color, or you'll accidentally just forget to change the thread, use the wrong needle on the wrong number, So there's a lot of things that can go wrong, all because you're rushing, because, you're impatient. So one of the things that I always found is impatience can be your enemy. It can, so I find that I like to remember how the last embroidery, I think it was the last one or the one before that, I was talking about controlling your environment. Sometimes we rush because the people around us, we have a lot of things going on. We got a lot of orders we got to get out and all that kind of stuff. So what ends up happening, it becomes like a distraction. So, and then you're rushing and then you make mistakes. So, you have to control your environment. So for me, it's like I like to have peace and quiet around me. And I like to focus. It's just me, my machine, and my product. And I focus on that to really minimize the mistakes that I make. So impatience is one of the things that you really have to kind of help yourself, to get over. You got to really learn how to be patient so that you get to really appreciate the designs and really come up with some really good ones and stuff. Okay. So one of the things that I said is things take time. Nothing happens right away, which is very, very true. Okay. The second thing is mistakes. Okay. And I'm not talking about you're being impatient, you make a mistake. I'm talking about the type, when you make a mistake, the impact it has on you mentally. Okay. Sometimes what happens, especially for folks that are new into embroidery and they make errors and mistakes, it becomes very discouraging. And what happens is they do one or two things. They get pissed off and they put the machine away, or, they just want to quit, or they start to, you know, talk to themselves and say, I'm not good enough. And it can really hamper your confidence. Okay. So, you just have to understand that mistakes is how you are going to learn. You're going to make the mistake of, like, when I first got my multi-needle machine, and I'll tell you, this is kind of funny. I first got the multi-needle machine. It was the 6, and I thought it took the same exact bobbins because it was a brother machine than my SC1900. So I'm taking the bobbin and I'm like putting it in. Thing wasn't closing. I didn't know what I was doing wrong. I was looking to see if there was a piece of paper in there, something like that. I was getting pissed. Then I open up the manual and I find out that the multi-needle machines take a different bobbin than the single needle machine. Single needle machine has a little plastic casing. Well, the multi-needle machines are sideless. So there's no, there's no side, there's no plastic or anything like that. So that took me about a good 2 hours to figure out. Okay. So once I figured that out, I was like, oh, okay. So now I knew that I had to go out and buy bobbins and stuff. So, but mistakes happen. And that is how you're going to learn. Okay. The thing is, to me, I tell people, take advantage of when you make these mistakes, because when you're making these mistakes, it's an opportunity for you to learn so that you can get better. So if, like, an example of that is, let's say you're embroidering and you all of a sudden see that the bobbin thread is showing on the top, right? Well, of course, that's going to be frustrating because that's the tension problem, right? That's the problem with your tension. So that means you're going to have to pull out your bobbin case, and you're going to have to take the screw out, and you're going to have to turn the bobbin case a little bit to the right, to tighten it, because that means it became very super loose. So, there's at first when you're embroidering, you don't know how to do this, and you're kind of like, what the hell, what's going on? But you got to learn about that, right? So when those situations happen, it can be very, very frustrating, but you need to remember that is an opportunity for you to learn. Okay. Now, you also have to, this is number 3, lack of, I'm sorry, I got my notes on the side over here. Okay. You can tell I'm kind of tired. I ain't gonna lie. I am tired. Even though, my last orders were today. I had 4 left and I'm done. Okay. But then I had to clean my room because this place was a mess. I know I'm getting a little sidetracked. Okay. Just a little vent thing. So I had to clean the room because everything was kind of disorganized. And you guys know I like to be organized and everything like that. So I had to actually, I finished all my orders, sent them to the post office. And then when I came, oh, thank you, Karen, for the super chat. I appreciate that. Then it's like I came here, I had to clean up everything, and then I had to plant because, like I said, Christmas is coming and I made nothing for my family. So I know they're going to be talking about me this year. Okay. They're going to say Jeanette was cheap. No, Jeanette is not cheap. She's going to work on them. First thing tomorrow morning, I got the list of everybody, and then I'm going to be packaging it up. The presents are just going to show up a little late. So I see my sister's in the chat. Okay. So she's probably going, that girl. So anyway, but I had to get those orders out. So, all right. Enough for the venting. Let's go back. All right. So I said 5 things. All right. So the first one was impatience. Okay. That is something that can really, really screw you up. The second one is mistakes. Okay. It can screw you up, but you got to remember it can be an advantage to you. All right. The third, the lack of knowledge. Now, the thing is, when you're new, you don't know anything. Okay. You're going to be learning and stuff like that. When I'm talking about the lack of knowledge also, it can also go to those that think they know it all. Okay. Nobody knows everything. Okay. Not everybody knows everything. So we're all learning every single day. All right. There is always new techniques that we need to learn. Okay. And we have to master them. The other thing that kind of like messes us up, and I notice this a lot, is people are afraid to ask for help. I don't know why, but they do. Okay. It's like and I kind of feel bad saying this, but it's like a guy, when they get lost and they don't want to ask for directions, you gotta ask, okay, nobody's gonna, you're not gonna get where you're going. You gotta ask. Now, thank goodness now we have GPS, so we no longer have those arguments. Okay. But the thing is, you always gotta ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to pick up that phone and call in Brilliance for support or brother, or go on Facebook and ask a question. Nobody knows everything. Okay. And the thing is too is, you don't be over, don't act like you know everything. You don't know everything. Nobody knows everything. Okay. The embroidery world changes on a daily basis. New styles, new techniques, and all that kind of stuff. You guys got to, really just understand that that's not going to hamper you. It will only hamper you if you're not willing to go out there and try to learn and connect with those people that can teach you. Okay. Now, the fourth one is confidence. So sometimes people I find have a lack of confidence. Okay. Ooh, I just got another sale. I heard that ching. Oh, another order. Okay. I thought I was done. Okay. All right. Well, guess not. All right. The thing is, you have to think positive. Okay. And you got to know that you can do this. All right. And this, let me talk to you guys about confidence too, because this is the thing that I kind of notice a lot. And it's not just in embroidery, in life. I notice that all the time. It's really important for you to surround yourself around people that are very positive and people that are going to uplift you. Those are the ones that are going to really believe in you, and they're going to build your self-confidence. Okay. You have to believe in yourself, and you have to have those around you believe in you as well. Okay. When you are around people that are toxic, okay, and you have people that don't appreciate what you do or just put it down, I don't want to tell you what to do with your life, but I know one thing in my life, it just they go bye-bye. Okay, because I don't deal well with that. And I don't like seeing people put down other people. I just don't. You definitely don't want to do that around me, because I am the one that will call you out. I'm not shy about that at all. Okay, I will say it in a minute. Okay, so well, you could tell I'm tired. I'm really tired. But I'm gonna keep going. I gotta keep going. All right. So let me tell you the points that I put under confidence. Okay. I put down, you gotta think positive and know you can do this. Surround yourself with positive people. Learn to cheer yourself on when you prepare for the day. That's important. Okay. Think about your past accomplishments and know that you have more to do. Okay. And you got to learn to believe yourself so that you can do this and help others in need. Now, what I'm talking about when you're helping others in need is, you know how I say always reach out, ask for help and stuff like that? Well, I'm a true believer that, I believe in like the universe, like you give to the universe and you take from the universe, right? So to me, I look at it as just as you ask people to help you, you should also go out and help people as well. Okay. Even when you're a beginner, okay, there is always something you can offer another person. All right. There, at one time you're in a beginner, next thing you know, you're learning. Before you know it, you become an expert. Okay. And then you're no longer the beginner. And when you see new beginners come in, help them out. I mean, because somebody helped you. So I like to keep that cycle going because I think that that's like a really, really cool thing to do. So to me, I had number 4 as, confidence, the level of confidence. Sometimes that is really what can mess you up in having a successful business because you don't have that confidence in yourself. You're not surrounding yourself around people that can believe in you, and you're not, you just really got to build that. You really do. Okay. Now, this is the last one that I had, number 5, and I'm going through them pretty quick. You can kind of tell. Okay, it's only 8:30, but I guess we'll just hang out. Okay, so anyway, the last one was not having a plan. Okay, especially when it comes to a business, you got to have a plan. Okay, and I'm talking about having a business plan and also having a marketing plan. And the business plan, the marketing plan, both should have long-term and short-term goals. You need to make sure that whatever goals you put in there, they are realistic. Make sure you have deadlines as to when you want to accomplish these things. And once again, realistic goals. Okay. Because the last thing you want is to, have a goal and have a date, and then you can't make that date because you were too aggressive. Okay. And you got to be flexible too. And also remember, okay, so you wanted to open an Etsy shop in, I don't know, in 2022. Let's say you wanted to do it earlier this year. It didn't happen. Okay. So, all right. So it didn't happen in January. So try to make it happen in June. It didn't happen in June. We'll try to make it, it's not a race. It's not a race. This is your goal. This is what you want to do. You call the shots. Okay. And it also depends on how bad you want it also. And don't compare yourself honestly to other people. Everybody has different stuff going on. All right. Some people are working full time. Some people don't work. Some people don't have kids. Some people don't have to help other people in their family. Some people, have that extra time where they can go ahead and they can do their thing and they can really focus on their business and stuff like that. Some people aren't just working on the business on their own. They have family members, or they have friends or business partners that are helping them run that business. Okay. So there's a lot of different things that go into play in everybody's business plan, and how they want to do things and stuff. So don't, that is one thing that I do hear a lot. A lot of times people call me and they're like, well, I wanted to do it like this person. Why like that person? Why don't you do it like you want to do it? Okay. Everyone's different. Everybody has a different style. Nobody has the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like when I said, and I think I got a lot of slack for this when I said this. When a lot of people were when they started doing the embroidery, a lot of them were saying, hey, I want to do children's wear, or something. And they were focusing on, to me, I looked at it as, okay, I mean, if that's your thing, then that's fine. But I kind of looked at it as it was a market that's pretty saturated, right? And I was like, okay, I understand that you want to do that, but I know in one Embroidery Happy Hour, I talked about finding your niche. Okay. You have to distinguish your uniqueness, right? Well, so when you are running a business, you have to say, what is it that people are going to want from you? that they have to go to your shop because your shop is very unique from the others. They're not going to find the same design that everybody else is doing. You know what I'm saying? There's something unique about your shop. So to me, when I talk about doing a business plan, it's like, what is it that you want to do? What is it that, like what I say is, what is it that Jeanette wants to offer? What is the audience that I want to target, right? I like to make things for the home. That's really my thing. I love that. I love decorating and all that kind of stuff. I like making things for home. Me and my husband like to entertain a lot. We have a lot of dinners with a lot of our friends. So I have a lot of dinner parties. So that's why I love the dinner napkins, because depending on the occasion, I'll have different dinner napkins on the table. I also, like to treat my my guests to certain gifts. So that's why I like to, um, you know, etched wine glasses, so that way they have a little gift they can take home with them. There's I like home decor. That's really my thing. I really love doing that. I also do like to personalize certain things too, but a lot of times the personalization is because people just want it, but I really like the home decor thing. So you have to find out what you like to do. What is it that you want to specialize in the embroidery area? What type of audience you want to target and all that kind of stuff and everything. So when you're doing that business plan, you need to think about that. Okay. And then when you think about the business plan, think about your marketing plan as well. Think about, how are you going to get your word out there? You got Facebook, you got Instagram, you got TikTok. One of the things me and my husband were talking about was, college degrees, right? I was thinking to myself, this is really a good time for young people to major in marketing. Back in the day, okay, when I was growing up and you were majoring in marketing, it was like everybody's dream was to get a job at a high-end marketing firm, right? Because they were the ones that, advertisement was done through newspapers, magazines, and commercials, right? Well, that's no longer true today. Okay. I mean, that's not, anyone can start a marketing agency if they really wanted to. Okay. If you know how to do commercials and you know how to master TikTok and Instagram and all that kind of stuff, I mean, you have a marketing major, you can really do well, because there are a lot of small businesses out there, like me, myself, who, I don't know too much about some of these new technologies out there. So, I mean, if I saw a young person who was saying, hey, I want to start a marketing firm and I can help you to advertise your business in, on all these social media platforms, I would invest in it. I would be like, heck yeah, because this is the thing. I don't have time. I'm a one-person shop. So I don't have, family and stuff like that really helping me with my business and stuff like that. So that would be one less thing I wouldn't have to worry about. Right. So, it's just something to think about. You really got to think about your plan, think about how you're going to put yourself out there and stuff like that. So those are pretty quick things. And this is just some of the things. I got to be honest, it was just that coat, that video where I'm making the coat for the construction company. um I picked up that coat, and I gotta tell you, I had to call Liliana, and I was like talking to her, and I guess she could tell also, because I think she kind of knows me already. She could kind of tell my confidence was not there, because all I kept thinking was, oh my god, this is an expensive jacket. But then, what really put me through it, I thought to myself, all right, Jeanette, this is an expensive jacket. You're going to do it. Sink or swim. Okay. Just do it on, there was two sizes. There was a large and there was a small. Okay. So I said, you know what? I'm going to tackle the large, because if I mess up that large, that means I'll have to buy it from the customer. And guess what? I could wear that large. Okay. And I ain't going to lie, it was a very nice jacket, because I was like, those are warm. I was looking at it and I was like, oh my God, this is like top notch jacket. I was like, okay. but it came out beautifully. It really did. I was very, very proud of myself. And then when I did the second one, the small one, I had a little more trouble hooping the small one because it was smaller. So the hood was in the way. So it kind of misaligned my machine a little bit. And then I had to realign it. I kind of cut that out in the video, but I did mention it in the video that I did have a little trouble with it. The way to realign the machine, you have to turn it off for 10 seconds, try to put a new design on there, and then get it aligned and then start over and stuff like that. But anyway, I'll probably do a video on that and show you guys how the machine can get misaligned and then realign it and stuff, because I noticed a lot of folks are now getting the Brother 10 needle and the 6 needle. So I'm thinking I'll probably end up doing a series of videos on how to use those two machines. I know I have one out there already doing threading, and I'll probably, go through all the functions and stuff like that for those folks that just got the machines and stuff, so they can learn and everything like that. So I'm really sorry, guys. I am so distracted this Friday because I am tired. But that's all right. And I just want to check real quick, because I am really wondering, what did somebody get? What did they order from the shop and stuff? Because I think, yep, it's one order, and it's probably a kitchen towel, which is fine. It's not opening. I don't know why. Yep, it's a kitchen towel. Yeah, personalized kitchen towel. That's okay. That's an easy stitch, and I'll have it done real quick, and I'll put it in the mail. I don't even know if the post office is open tomorrow, because it's on the 24th. I'll try. I'll drive over. If they're open, great. If not, then I guess not. So anyway, guys. I also wanted to mention you guys the Efster gift exchange. I wanted to say thank you so much for all you guys that have participated in this year's 2022 Efster gift exchange. Next Friday will be the Friday for Embroidery Happy Hour. One of the things that I wanted to do was for us to be able to share and show off the gifts that we each got and gave each other. Okay. I think it would be a really great opportunity. So what I'm going to be doing is I'll be using StreamYard. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. This is completely volunteer, because, you'll be on camera and you'll be showing your stuff, whatever. But I really thought that this would be like a really good time for us to do like a show and tell. And, so that we could all see all the great things that we got. So I want to do that. That's going to be for this upcoming Friday. Okay. And so that way we get to share, our gifts. But I really, really appreciate everybody participating in that. And one of the things that I did was I sent everybody that participated a mug. Okay. And it's kind of funny. My husband gave me an idea about doing a collector's edition of the mugs. Those that participated last year was the first time that I did the Efster group. And I did give everybody a mug last year. And it was with my first logo, because what I plan on doing is I'll be changing my logos through the years. And, this was this year's logo, which was me with the multi-needle machine for you guys to see. Oh, I see a little glare there. There you go. There's a little glare. But this is this year's machine, this year's cup. Okay. So I hope you guys are watching, holding your what you're cutting it. So cheers. Okay. I have tea in mine. So I'm just wondering, what you guys have in yours. I'm sure some may have coffee. Some may have Bacardi with some rum in there, some coquito, you never know. So anyway, I hope you guys did like the mugs. I did see that a lot of people were posting it on Facebook. I think that's awesome. And I'm really glad that a lot of you guys liked them and stuff. It was just my way of just thanking you for helping me to, make somebody else smile. I think that was like, really cool and stuff like that. So I am going to go down the chat. We're only like 34 minutes in. This is like, I think, the fastest live I ever did. Where's Harmony? Because she always says I talk too much. You know? I'm gonna go down. I want to say hi to you guys. And Christmas is like, I think what is, yeah, Christmas Eve is tomorrow, and then Sunday is Christmas. It's like, and then before you know it, we're gonna be in 2023, another year. It's like, wow. I'm like, that's like so cool. So, all right, I'm gonna keep going down. Hey Marlene, how you doing? I see Kingsbury. Hey, I see Robin. Tools for Eve, how you doing? Peggy, Judy, Ivory. Hey Jenny, how are you? Hi Miss Lady. Hey Tracy. Hey Debbie, Sandy, Brenda. I see Sharon, Miss Santana, Eartha, Sassy. Make dreams come true. Oh, Linda. Hey, how you doing? Hey Marlene. Hey Barb. I see Evelyn. Hey, Unique Custom Creations. Bubba Thousand, Jackie, how you doing? Lubes Design. Hey Christian, Norma. Merry Christmas to all you guys. Hey Beth. Hey Karen. Oh, little late. Thanks so much for the gift, for the lovely surprise. Oh, you are very welcome. You guys are all very welcome. Thank you for helping me with the gift exchange. I really, really appreciated that and stuff. Hey Sue, how you doing? I see my sister Nancy's on there. Gift HQ. Hey Veronica, how you doing? Hey Patricia, I see Maria. Hey Iris, how are you? Hey Marcia. I've embroidered Belly and the Beast upside down on a sweatshirt for my granddaughter. You know what, Martha? So what if you did it upside down? Just tell your granddaughter it's so that you can look at it upright. That's all. Just it's so that you can look at it, not for other people to look at it. She could wear it as a pajama or something like that. So I wouldn't even throw it out and stuff. Hey Karen, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Hey Marcia, how you doing? 4 blankets to embroider tonight and tomorrow. I am going to be embroidering some blankets tomorrow too. And I'm going to videotape it because I'm going to be doing a different technique when I embroider the blankets. I am doing one for my son and I'm doing one for my stepdaughter, Ashley. So Ashley's technique is going to be a little bit different. And I'm also going to be doing a different technique for my son Cardito's blanket as well. So you may want to, I'm going to videotape it. Don't worry. I'm going to videotape it. So I'm going to be putting it on the channel so you guys can see how I did both their blankets. So that's why I'm kind of like glad that all this is over with the, with the sales, except that one order. I'll just do that one order. But, it's like, now I can focus on the gifts. So I got 2 blankets that I have to do, and I'm going to be using very different techniques on both of those. So I think you guys are going to like what I'm going to be doing to Carlito's. I mean, you guys are going to be like, oh. And then what I'm going to be doing to Ashley's, you guys are going to be like, oh. So I'll be videotaping those tomorrow for sure. And stuff. And yes, and 3 Kings Day, I believe that's January 6th is the 3 Kings Day. And that's where all the kids are supposed to take grass and they put it underneath their bed. And then it's the arrival of the 3 kings. When the 3 kings went to see baby Jesus, all the kids, what they usually do is they take grass, they put it underneath their bed. And then when they wake up on January 6th, they get presents. They have like little presents and stuff. It's not like they get enough on January 25th, right? Now we get it on January 6th too. So, yep, Los Reyes. That's right. Let me see. Hey, Angela, made personalized kitchen towels for family and friends this year. See, those are so simple to make. They really, really are. Let's see. Oh, Nancy said that's okay. I still have to go to the post office and send yours. I can show it to you tomorrow during the live. Oh, okay. That's not problem. So I guess my family will be getting all their Christmas presents late. And I better call my mom, because if not, then mommy's gonna be mad and she's gonna say that I forgot her. You know how mothers are, so I can't forget her. The 12 days of Christmas ends. Yep, January 6th. Hey Judy, we're always learning. When you stop learning, you're dead. That's true. That is true. You're always gonna learn. You've always answered all my questions. So the 6 needle machine. Enjoy your 6 needle machine, Evelyn. I think there was another person too that was on our Facebook group today that was asking about the brother 6 needle versus the brother 10. They were looking to buy, and they didn't know which one. And I think I was able to help her out and everything. But the thing is, I don't mind answering those questions. My thing is, I don't like to push machines on anybody, the brand or anything like that. I just got what I got for me because it was the best decision for me. But like I said, it depends on what is right for you, right? So everyone's going to have their own opinion as to what machine they got. And I'm sure that everybody that has a machine loves their machine because that's what they know. But I'm just not one to like tell people what to buy. I just like to advise and say, make sure you ask questions about this, because especially like support, because I want people to really get the best bang for their buck, but at the same time to really get something that they're comfortable with. Okay. Because everybody's needs are different. Not everybody's the same. And stuff. Hey, Eartha, we're always learning. Hammer machine for 4 years. I watch videos that show me things that I didn't know my machine could do. Yep. And I've been embroidering for 5 years. And you know what, Eartha, and there are things that I still learn. Like, I don't know if you guys remember on the Brother SC1900, I had no idea that machine can sew sideways. Okay, until we saw that somewhere. And then I was like, can it? And then I did a video, and sure enough, that machine can sew straight, back, and side to side. So I was like, wow. So a lot of times what happens too is I find that, because even myself, it's like you use the machine a certain way and you constantly use it the same way. However, there are so many other functions that the machines have that sometimes you haven't even tapped into yet. Just like the sewing sideways on the single needle machine, on the SC1900. Now, on the Brother, the 6 needle and the 10 needle, there are still capabilities in there that I haven't touched. Okay. And I'm sure, and that's the other reason why I want to start doing videos, because that actually forces me to learn them. Okay. Like, for instance, the 10 needle machine has the camera, and it also has a feature called I think it's a snowman. Okay. Where you take a little sticker and you can put it somewhere, and then it'll actually like align the embroidery for you. So I played with it a little bit, but I haven't adapted it into my business process as of yet. It's not something that I have been doing whenever I'm embroidering. Okay. So it's something that I really need to really learn so that I could adapt it, because I'm sure there's a reason for it. I'm sure that is to help make things easier. And I'm wondering too, if that probably would have made it much easier for me if I had used that to make those jackets, to make sure that the embroidery was very well aligned right on top of that zipper. Okay, because remember in the video, if you watched it, you're gonna notice that I say, hey, there's a zipper, and I want the embroidery to be right on top of it. Okay, and I want it to be spaced out really nicely. So I bet you with the snowman, if I had used that, it probably would have been so much easier. I could have just hooped it, put the snowman on it, and then scanned it, and I wouldn't have had to have worried about realigning the fabric inside the hoop. So, I think that there's so much functionality in it. And, another functionality with the 10 needle machine, with the PR1055X, is that you can take simple designs, okay, little outlines and everything. It'll scan it and it automatically creates an embroidery file for you. It won't do it for very complex designs, but it'll do it for simple designs. And I've seen that happen. Now, I haven't mastered it. I have all the equipment. You have to have a scanning mat for it and stuff. It comes with it, and I have it. I just have to really take it out and try it and stuff. But to me, I think that's great. The single needle, I'm sure there's more functionality. I use the basting stitch all the time. Yeah, I just got to really, dig into both machines and stuff. Let me drink my tea. Hey, Nettie, how you doing? Let's see. Love that attitude. Hey, Eartha, still learn from the videos, and I could do with the software. Forever learning. My whole plan went down the drain last summer when I lost my computer. Trying for next year. Never give up. Get overwhelmed with all the questions that you answer about a store. And Marlene says she gets overwhelmed with all the questions that you need to answer about a store on an e-commerce site. Sorry, guys. It could be overwhelming. I'm telling you, it was very overwhelming for me when I opened up the Etsy shop. And I had to create the first listing, all those questions that you asked, and then I wasn't answering them correctly. That kind of like really threw me off. It took me a while. Like right now, you look at my Etsy shop and it looks great, right? Even though to me, I still need a refresh. I need to refresh my thing. It's been looking the same for about a year. My plan is to change up the store on an annual basis, and even change the products in there on an annual basis as well. It can get overwhelmed. It's a lot of work. That's the thing. When you have a business, it's not just creating the products. It's actually running the business. That's why I say, like, on Fridays, that's my administrative day. That's when I have to actually go into QuickBooks. I have to put in all the trips that I do to the post office. That's where I have to, all my expenses. I have to account for all the meetings that I have and all that kind of stuff. Because when I meet with customers, I have to account for that time. And if I have to travel to deliver something and everything, all of that counts. So I always have Administrative Friday. I don't miss it at all. Okay. Because I know that if I don't do my administrative work on that Friday and I wait till the next Friday, I'm just going to have more work to do. And it's not my favorite thing. I will tell you, the administrative side of it is not my favorite thing. So I usually spend one good hour every Friday doing that. I also spend a lot of time creating new designs. Okay. I have a lot of designs that I have developed, and I'm working with the digitizer to try to get them all digitized. I also have to take pictures of the products. Because after I get my new designs digitized, I have to test stitch them. I am not a fan of markups. Okay. I know a lot of people do that, and they do that because they, it says product and all that kind of stuff. The problem that I have with markups is sometimes the markup doesn't look exactly the same as your product. And that is one of the things that you'll notice when you look at the reviews in my shop and people give me the 5 stars. One of the things that I notice they always mostly say is it looks exactly like the picture. The reason why is it is exactly like the picture, because I actually embroidered that and I took a picture of it. There is no markup. So I don't, some people go into Embrilliance and they have the embroidery design. and they save the image, and then they just put it on, on a blank, on a picture of a blank towel or something like that. I tried doing that. I didn't like the way the markup looked. I thought that it was kind of like, it didn't look, it didn't look natural. It didn't look real, or I don't know. I just didn't like it. It to me, it wasn't. It was kind of iffy, and I prefer me. I prefer to really show what it is. I like to actually show it. All right. I don't want people to come out and say, oh my God, in the picture, it looked like this. And then what I got was this. Okay. So it's just not something that I want to do. So, yeah, it's a lot of work. It really is a lot of work. So that's why, when we talk about impatience, you can't be impatient. When you are running a business, there is so many things that you have to think about. There's just so many things that you have to do that, there's not enough time in a day to do it. So you can't rush it either. All right. So, like, let's say you are just starting off and you're going to open up an Etsy shop, right? So you go and you rush it. So I'm going to tell you what's going to happen when you rush it. Well, first of all, that means you didn't really think hard about your shop name. Okay, so now you're stuck with this shop name. You might have to live with it. You could probably change it, but because I changed mine. Mine used to be Uniquely Transformed, and then I changed it to Unique Designs for You. So, and I kind of like that name because my whole thing is about unique designs, things that you don't find anywhere else. That's what I kind of like about my shop. That's what I kind of want to that's my focus or whatever, my goal, my mission, I guess. You don't When you rush it, you didn't think hardly or very good about the name. The other thing also is you're probably going to take crappy pictures because you're rushing. You're not putting you're not taking the time to set up your props correctly. You're not taking the time to make sure you have the correct lighting. You're not taking the time to lay the item right. In Etsy, you don't just take pictures, you can also add a video. Okay. You can, I notice a lot of people, especially like those, if you're looking for like to buy a wallet. Okay. Some people, what they'll do is they'll take pictures of the wallet in all the angles, right? The front, the back, opened up. And then what they'll do is they'll have a video of someone holding the wallet, opening the wallet, and showing all where you could put your cash, your coins, and all that kind of stuff. That all takes time. That takes time. None of that is rushed. Okay, so you can't be impatient. You have to invest the time. And the thing is, if you're going to do something, do it right. If you're not going to do it right, don't do it. And you even hear me say that in the video with the coat. Okay, it's like when I tell people about hooping. Okay, if you don't take your time to correctly hoop the item, okay, and I'm talking about whatever method you're using, whether you are going to float your item, whether you're actually going to hoop the item together with the stabilizer and the hoop. If you don't take your time, you're going to have a crappy stitch out. All right. Because your fabric's going to shift, or you're not going to place it in the right place. It's not going to come out right. So you can't be impatient. You got to focus. Okay. You got to focus, take your time. And to me, I'm going to be honest, I don't think embroidery is for those that are in the rush. It really isn't, because you can tell when something is rushed. Okay. So, getting overwhelmed, I get overwhelmed. I'm going to be honest. This is the time where I get very overwhelmed. But this is when I tell people you have to be organized. You got to be focused and organized. When the orders start coming in, I first thing I do, I come in, I print out all my orders. When I print out all my orders, I look in detail, what are the orders for? And then I organize the orders in such a way so that when I am creating this stuff, I can kind of have a very organized process in where I'm creating this stuff. Okay. If people want reading pillows, then I have a time period where I'm focusing on nothing but cutting vinyl and doing the the reading pillows, then all the kitchen towels, then all of the dinner napkins, you know. So it's like you have to be very, very organized and stuff. So that's something that, you know, you have to keep in mind and everything. Let's see. Oh yeah, everybody's, yep, Miami is gonna get cold. Miami's gonna get cold. Oh, my sister says she always has her notebook by her side with all her goals, accomplishments, and learning lessons. It's a great way to grow and move ahead. And yeah, she does. She has this little notebook and stuff, which is like really cool. And so I don't do the notebook. My notebook is for my machines. When my machines kind of like screw up, like I used to have, I have two. I have this one. This was my notebook for when things went belly up, but now I have this one, and this is the one that Miss Banks made me. So, but my notebook is for when things go bad with my embroidery machine. So that way, when the guy comes to service them, this is his little book, and he goes in there and reads it, and then he goes, "Oh, this happened, that happened," and he knows exactly, you know, how to maintain them and stuff. You know, if I have a needle that looks like might be going bad, or maybe a sensor or something like that, you know, and stuff. But and then as for like all my notes and everything, I have it all on my iPad and stuff. Oh, Nancy needs to bring her pineapple plants in. I'm telling you, man, that pineapple that she's growing, she's got a pineapple plant, and I think next time I visit her, I'm going to be eating those things. It is very, very cold here in Virginia, which is one of the reasons why I chose to have tea. And I was actually walking around the house with my Snuggie, and I put a coat on Mellow. Mellow has like a whole wardrobe, and it's kind of funny because when I walk him, the neighbors are always like, "That's like the best dressed dog," you know, because he always has sweaters, scarves, everything. He even has little booties, and he walks with his shoes and stuff. And he had his coat and his scarf on. And I even think Mellow, after we walked around the block one time, he was kind of giving me that look like, it's cold out here, we better get back, you know. So yeah, so it's been kind of cold and everything. You guys can tell I'm kind of really tired. I'm tired. But hey, I am almost done and stuff. Just got that one order, and then I am good to go and stuff. But I really need to focus on the Christmas gifts for my friends. And I kind of regret, that's one thing, I should have shut down the shop, and I didn't, because I figured the closer that I got to Christmas, I wouldn't get those orders. But the closer that I got to Christmas, I still got orders, like, you know. So I'm kind of like, okay, but that's all right. I mean, it's okay. Let's see. Oh, Marlene says she's going to be cruising. Good for you. Let's see what else we got. Hey, Marsha, how are you doing? How do you join? I don't know what you're asking to join. If you're asking about the Esther group, that's done. Marsha, that is something that I do on an annual basis, and I usually do that around October, at the end of October. And what I do is I set up a Esther gift exchange, and that's where people that craft and stuff can join, and then they gift each other gifts. So I will be doing that again next year and stuff. So let's see, I'm going down here. White Russian. I guess that's a drink. Jenny Owen says she got her wine. And says, see, it's cold. It's cold. So it's like, you know, what I should do is make sancocho. That's what I should do. I should go, yeah, sancocho sounds good. You know, that's what I should do. Is I should make some sancocho, because that's what you have when it's usually cold. We haven't had it in a while too. Oh, where's Mellow? Everybody's asking for Mellow, and Mellow is Not here. Is Mellow with you, Fred? Mellow? Mellow? Mellow, come? Oh, he's coming. He's such a good boy, I tell you. Everybody wants to say hi, Mellow. Everybody, oh my God. Everybody wants to say hi. You want to say hi, Mellow? Yeah? Say Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Mellow's like, it's cold out there. Right, Mellow? It's cold. Oh my God. Okay, Mellow. It's cold out there. Yeah. What were you doing anyway? I hope you weren't getting into something. Were you? Oh my goodness. You have to watch him because he's like a little 2-year-old and stuff. He'll get into a whole bunch of stuff if you don't watch him. Oh, you want to hang out with us here? What are you doing, Mellow? What are you doing? Look at that tail. He's wagging his tail. Look at that tail. Happy dog, huh? Oh, Mel, you starting to look old. You're getting old. Oh, my goodness. All right. He wants to be pet now. Okay. So, yep. Everybody always asks about you, Mellow. And stuff. Yep. Team Mellow, chocolate woman. And Marlene asked for you too. And stuff. Oh, Jackie said, thank you for organizing the Esther. It was a lot of fun. I am so glad you liked it, Jackie. And so I think it's a lot of fun too. I mean, it really is. And one of the things that I really love about it is, the excitement that people get when they get a gift from another crafter. I think like that's like so awesome, because as a crafter, you're always giving to people, and then if your friends aren't crafters and stuff, you usually get like a gift card or something, because they're not crafters, so they're not going to make for you. But when you get something from someone that's made, it really is special. It really truly is and stuff. So I'm really glad that you liked it and stuff. Hey, Ruth, having trouble with towels. Do you use sticky stabilizer or spray the tearaway? With the towels, I sprayed the tearaway, Ruth, but you can use sticky stabilizer if you want. Okay. The thing with the sticky stabilizer though is depending on certain brands. Some brands of sticky stabilizer is really, really sticky. So when you put them on towels, they can be kind of hard to peel off. Okay, so if you're going to use sticky stabilizer and you lay it on there, lay it on gently. Don't like push real hard on it. Okay. But if you're using tearaway stabilizer, what you do is put temporary adhesive, okay, on it, the spray adhesive. Some people use 505 spray. I personally like this spray. I use this one, which is the KK2000. Temporary. This doesn't gum up your needle, but I think the 505 doesn't gum up your needle either, because I see a lot of people use that one. I personally like this one because it's just a small can. I think the 505 is a bigger can. I don't know if they come in small cans and stuff. And I really started using this because I watch Vanessa from the Crafty Gemini a lot, and this is the one that she uses. So I've been using this one a lot, and a can actually lasts you a very long time. So because you're only supposed to spray a little bit. You're not supposed to spray a lot. And if you are spraying, make sure that you cover up. I want to make sure I don't run over his tail. Make sure you cover up your hoop. And when I talk about covering up hoop, and I know this isn't the right hoop, but just to give you a demonstration and stuff, if you have a dollar store by you, okay, these are covers for the steering wheel, right? So this is what I do is you hoop the stabilizer in here, right? So let's make believe I have a tearaway stabilizer in this 4x4 hoop, okay? Take this and then just put it around it like this. Okay. And see how it covers all this? It covers the sides. And then take your spray, okay? And then spray it. Okay? And then when you're done, then just remove the side. Okay? Now, why should you do that, Ruth? Why should you have this? The reason is because what's going to happen is a temporary spray adhesive kind of sometimes sprays all over the place. And then what ends up happening is it gets on your hoop. So it'll get kind of dirty, right? So I'm kind of like a neat freak. I like my stuff to be nice and clean and all that kind of stuff. Some people don't care. They'll just go ahead and they'll just spray it and then they'll use it. And then they said, heck with it. It's plastic, which is true. It's plastic. And you can take this and you can just throw this in the, just soak it in a dishwasher, take a sponge or something with, dishwashing liquid. And then you can just clean it and get the gunk out of it and stuff like that. Or some people, it doesn't bother them. They'll just leave it like that. You know what I mean? But I like my hoops to be clean. I do. I like my hoops to be clean because sometimes I do work with white material. That's the other thing too that guys need to keep in mind is, if you have like white dinner napkins, right? And stuff like that, they can easily get dirty and you don't want to have them dirty because you have a dirty hoop. Okay, I'm just saying, so, it's a good idea to, sometimes, when you doing things, make sure you do it so that you keep your equipment nice and clean because you never know and stuff like that. So I'm going to put this somewhere else because Mellow has a tendency to sometimes think that this is a toy. And he actually goes in, he knows where I put these and he'll actually grab it. And then next thing you know, I find him downstairs or something like that. And then I'm looking for it and I can't find it. So yeah, Ruth, when it comes to the towels, I always float them. Okay. Now, if you have a tea towels are different. Tea towels are very thin fabric. Okay. You could also hoop the tea towel with the stabilizer in your hoop. But that's if you're using a tea towel. If you're using a towel like I like to use the terry cloth towels. That's going to be very difficult for you to hoop. So you would have to float it. Okay. So I hope that helped. Hey, Crafty Expressions, how you doing? Hey, Eartha. So if I didn't do the gift exchange, can I still join in with y'all? Love to see it. Oh no, Eartha. No, Earth. Yeah, no. It's going to be Earth. Okay. Even if you did not join the gift exchange, okay, next Friday, Embroidery Happy Hour, just like we're doing right now, okay, what I'm going to be doing is I will share a link in the chat, okay, and for those that were part of the exchange, the gift exchange, you will click on that and then you can go on camera with me and then you can show me what you got for, and show everybody what you got as your gift exchange. So, Eartherna, Miss Martin, because I sorry, I always jack up names. Okay, so Miss Martin, no, you can just next Friday at 8:00, Eastern Standard Time or whatever time frame it is where you are. Just join us. It's going to be fun. Don't worry about it. I don't like to exclude anybody. I really don't, and stuff. I just want to like have an opportunity where we can all like share what we got. Cause I think that's like so cool. You know what I mean? And that way everybody can see it. I think that would be really awesome and stuff. Are you doing a live tomorrow? What time? No, Miss Frost, I am not doing a live tomorrow. The one that my sister does her lives on Saturdays at noon Eastern Standard Time. She does the live. I am going to be videoing it, but it's going to be taped. And, and when I do my video, I will post it on the channel because I am going to be working on the 2 blankets. I'm using 2 different methods on both blankets. And I wanted to show it to you guys because you guys may like this and you guys may be like, oh, this is like really cool. The first blanket is going to be for my son. And my son goes to VCU. So I'm going to be doing like a college student uh, throw blanket for him that I'm going to be personalizing it for him. But I'm using a certain method to do that. And then for my stepdaughter, for Ashley, I am going to be creating a throw for her. And it's going to be a whole different method as well. And I'm going to be incorporating some other stuff in there. But, you're going to like them because I have this idea and I think it's really going to come out really, really nice. Okay. So, Miss Frost, the videos will be up on the channel. And it's always, whenever I post videos on, new videos on the channel, if you guys are subscribed to the channel and you guys have the notification bell, you will get notified whenever a new video comes out. But at the same time, every time I create a new video, I always put the link to the video on the Facebook group. So that way you guys can see it whenever, you want. If you're not like, because sometimes people don't hit the notification bell or sometimes they just don't subscribe. I don't know why, but they don't. Some people aren't subscribers. Hey, pretty eyes, how you doing? Merry Christmas to you, Bubba. Oh, okay. Hey, Sandy, on speed of machines, I always say it's like a car. Your car, oh, I like that. Your car says speed is 120. Does anyone use that speed? Nope. And you know what, Sandy? You are so right. But I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes when I'm driving around my Tesla and I don't see anybody around, I do kind of punch it. So, but it's for fun. But no, I totally agree with what Sandy is saying. And, that is one thing also, a lot of people have that misperception too. They feel like, oh, that machine does 1,000 stitches per minute. Oh, that machine does 2,000 stitches per minute. So they think that that's like top of the line or that they're going to go that fast. But there is a difference in the integrity of the design when you go too fast. When you go too fast, it really is. Especially when first of all, like let's say you use metallic thread. You're not going to do 1,000 stitches per minute or even 15 or 2,000 stitches per minute using metallic thread. You're going to have a lot of thread breaks. It's a different type of thread, okay? When you are embroidering small fonts, okay, you're not going to want to go fast. You're using 60 weight thread, which is thinner, okay? And you want thinner because you have small fonts. And you don't want the small letters to look funky. You want them to be readable. And you don't want to stress the fabric. Okay, remember you're pumping a lot of holes into that fabric. You want it to be nice, relaxed, and slow. And sometimes what happens is people, they just get really, really impatient. I don't know why. It's like they feel like they gotta have that thing done fast. This is something that you just enjoy it. Enjoy the process. That's what I tell people. Enjoy the process. And if you're rushing, then maybe you shouldn't do it because what's going to happen is going to come out all jacked up. And then you're going to be pissed. You're going to be pissed. You're going to be like, shoot, this don't look good. It looks a mess, looks raggedy or whatever. And especially if you're doing this I got to make sure I don't step on his tail. Especially if you are doing this as a business, you want every single piece of embroidery that comes out of your shop looking top notch. You do, because you got to remember when people are wearing it and they're walking around with it, it's representing you. You do not want somebody to have something and then next thing you know, they're like, oh my God, what does that say? What does that say? I can't even read it. Or, oh, there's a lot of like, did they even clean it up or stuff like that? Because you even noticed in the video when I did the coats, when I took it off the machine, What did I say? I said, oh, there's jump stitches. I got to cut these jump stitches, right? So, and I take my little scissors, my embroidery scissors, and I make sure that I cut those jump stitches. And I even showed you guys a little trick where, sometimes when you're cutting jump stitches, you get like little threads or little fuzz of the threads that go around the embroidery design, or sometimes on the side of it. So I use Scotch tape to lift those, that lint off. And so like that, you want things to look nice and clean. You don't, I gotta be honest, my machines go 1,000 stitches per minute. And the max that I really run them all the time is like 800. And when I have metallic thread, it's usually 400 to 500. And if I have something that's like thick material, like those jackets, you saw it was at 500 stitches per minute. Okay. Could I have done it faster? Absolutely. I could have done it faster, but I was not going to jack up those jackets. Those jackets were $150. No, I was not going to let that man down, especially when I saw he put all that faith in me. And I felt kind of bad because I was calling him all the time. I was calling him, and I was like, do you like this? Do you like that? I did sample stitches. I did like 4 or 5 different ones, and stuff. So, yeah. But, yeah, you want to take your time. Don't rush. Hey, Valley girl, how you doing? Oh, Martha said, do you watch Brother Souls on Tuesdays and Thursdays? I've learned so much since the COVID started. No, I have not. I've heard of it, but I have to start watching it and stuff. Now that you mentioned and everything, I'll probably go on their channel and start looking through some of their videos and stuff. Hey, Patricia. She did 8 blankets for the family members, gifts only. I only embroidered 1 initial on each. Wish that I had put first and middle initials. That's okay. That'll be next year, Patricia. That's all. And this is the other thing too. Not everybody likes all their initials on it. Sometimes just 1 initial is good enough. Like my cousin Betty, she's not big on the personalization, so I did a blanket for her. I just put the B on it. That's it. I just put the B. So that's what I have. The Brother PR 1055X, love it. Still always learning. Yes, Jenny. And I'm still learning it too. I've owned this machine now I think I've had it for over a year now. And I like it. I really do. But I have not used all the functions of this machine. And the 6 needle, I don't think I've used all the functions of that 6 needle machine either. So, I'm going to start doing some videos on that stuff. Let me see. You are so right. I have had my DM2 for 5 years and have not used half of its functionality. Yeah, Crafty Expression. And what's funny? It's kind of like, and if you think about it, and I know some of you guys are probably going to laugh. You guys are going to be like, you're right. It's like the cars nowadays, right? You get these new cars, and the new cars, they have all this technology, right? So what are the functions that you always use when you're driving the car? You get in, okay, you put in your key. I have a key fob, right? And you hit drive and you go. That's it. And then you reverse and you park your car and that's it, right? But there's cruise control. Mine has self-driving. There's just so many different things. Automatic change, change lanes and all that kind of stuff. Now, me and my husband both have Teslas. Now, I can honestly say that my husband has probably used every function available on that car, on the Tesla. Okay, he has an S. I have the X. And whenever I get in the car with him, that car goes on automatic self-driving. It automatically changes the lanes for him. It navigates. He uses all the buttons, all the bells and whistles. He knows that car inside out. Me, on the other hand, I know how to do the self-driving, but I just sometimes don't put it on. I don't put it on because sometimes I like to drive. So I don't just want to like say hit a button and just let the car do everything. I don't mind doing it. I don't mind changing the lanes and all that kind of stuff. So I know there's functions, but I don't utilize them that much. So it's kind of the same thing with these embroidery machines. And even think about it. For those of you guys that have the Brother SC1900, okay, that Brother has so many stitches on that machine. Okay, it has these single stitches, it has like the double stitch, it has over, I think it's like 144 decorative stitches on that machine. It sews from side to side. Okay, how much of that functionality have you used? Every single functionality of that SC1900? I don't know. Have you used every single design offered in the embroidery machine? I mean, these machines come with designs built in. Okay, I haven't used not one of them. Okay, I really haven't, because I always buy my embroidery designs. And now you guys have me thinking, I want to take out the book and say, what designs they have? Because I bet you they got some really nice designs in there that I could have been using. That's right there loaded on the machine. My machines also come with fonts. Okay, just like your SC1900 comes with fonts. Are you using the fonts that come with the machine? Or are you buying your fonts? I ended up buying my fonts, but I bet you there's a lot of fonts in there that I could have used that I didn't have to buy. You know, so it's kind of funny. It's like you and we need to. Now that I think about it, I'm like, you don't use all the functionality. We should. So I think that's what I'm gonna. You know what, Crafty Expression? I think you started something. I think you did, because now you know what's gonna happen is I'm gonna take out that manual. And I'm going to go chapter by chapter, and I'm going to be like, oh, what does this machine do? It's very similar like when I did all of the playlist videos for the SC1900. I looked at all the feet on the SC1900, and I was like, what are all these feet for? And then what I did was I did a video on every single foot. And then I did a video on the screen. What are all these buttons on this screen for, right? Like, you know, I mean, how do you add text? How do you move the text? How do you rotate a picture? How do you change the color of a thread on the design on the screen of the machine? You know, I played around with all that stuff. So I got a feeling that I think what I need to do now is I need to start doing that for the 6-needle machine. Okay, go through all the screens and everything so that we can take a good in-depth look at what the 6-needle machine offers and also the 10-needle machine. I think I'm going to start doing that. I mean, it would be fun. And at the same time, it'll probably help somebody out there that probably just got the machine or got a machine that's similar to it. You know, so, yeah. So let me see. Everything takes time. Yes, Nancy. Does anyone in this group use Shopify? I looked at it, Marlene. The problem that I didn't like about Shopify was $30 a month they wanted you to pay. And you have to drive your own traffic to your website. So Etsy was really the best choice for me right now. Yeah, but I did look into it and I played around. I think they have like a little trial period, you know, that you can try it and stuff. And I did play with it and everything. But after everything was said and done, it just wasn't to me, I decided it wasn't a choice that I wanted, a route that I wanted to go right now, you know. Yeah, so hey Emma, how are you? How you doing? Merry Christmas. Thanks for keeping it real. You're welcome. Okay, what digitizers do you recommend? I always use Fossil. Fossil has been my digitizer. He's part of our Facebook group. I like working with him because I seem to have a pretty good business relationship with him. I can always reach out to him for modifications and everything. And I like his customer service. There are some digitizers out there that once they digitize something for you, and if there's an issue with the file, it's like it's an issue, you know, it's a problem just getting a hold of them again or asking them to make modifications and everything. Faldo, I've recommended him to several people, and several people have used him, and they all have come back to me and told me they really enjoy working with him. Really nice guy, sharp, and he works with you to make sure that he gets the design just perfect. And if I remember correctly, his name is Focus Digitizing Solutions. That's the business name that he has. So yeah. Oh, thank you, Lena. Me encanta su video de las máquinas. Gracias. What spray or sticky do you recommend? Something you can't hoop, 505 or the green one? Oh, if you can't hoop something, Marsha, then you shouldn't be embroidering it. I'm going to be honest with you, okay? That is one thing, you know, they have that saying, right? If I can hoop it, I can embroider it. What you really need to do is make sure that when you take something and you want to embroider it, right, that you can hoop it, and you can hoop it in a way where the machine can maneuver around that item without being knocked out, okay? It's kind of like the last video that I just posted with the coats, right? I said you need to make sure you hoop it, and you want to scan it, and you want to make sure that the machine can handle the area that you want to embroider on. So, you know, if you have an item that's very difficult to hoop, and you're not going to easily be able to put it on a flatbed machine, or you're going to be able to hoop it on a multi-unit machine, my recommendation is do not embroider it. Do not embroider it, because hooping is the key. Hooping is the key. You have to be able to hoop that item, and you got to hoop it in a way that it can be embroidered nicely. So that's really my advice on that. The green one that you are asking about is called it's from Silky KK 2000. This is the one that I use. But the 505 is good too also. Lots of people use 505. I think my sister uses 505. She seems to be pretty happy with it. Hi, MK Crafts. How you doing? Oh my God. Everybody is all about the weather. Yes, Tina. Oh, -3 in Chicago. I don't know what we are in here. I will tell you this though. It was mighty cold. And when I took Mellow for a walk, it was about 3 o'clock. And now it's nighttime here. So I know for a fact it is probably, I'm going to try to see real quick. It is probably like, it is 10 degrees here. It says 10 degrees. Yeah, it's going to, 10 degrees. And it looks like, when I'm looking at it hourly, that we're going to go down to 6 degrees before sunrise. So yeah, that's pretty cold. That is like super cold. And you said you are at Chicago -3. That's where you have your fireplace on, and that's when you're drinking your hot cocoa and all that kind of stuff. You just don't go out. And it's sancocho time. And for those of you that don't know, sancocho is I don't think it's just Puerto Rican. I think a lot of different Hispanics cultures have, well, I don't know if they call it sancocho. It's probably the same soup, but they probably have a different name for it. But it's really a soup, and we put white rice in it, and it has like plantains, green bananas. It has yuca, yutia. It has pumpkin in it. Of course, you got to put sofrito, because we put sofrito in everything. And then some people put potatoes in there. I don't put potatoes in it. And then some people put pork in there. I'll probably be putting chicken in it, because I got to watch my cholesterol. My cholesterol is a little high. So much for red meat, so I can't be having pernil and all that kind of stuff Once in a while, I'm sure it's okay, but I have to cut back big time because they say that's the what is it? They say that's the silent killer, so I gotta watch it. Um, you are so lucky to have someone come by to fix your machines. I have to take mine in. Oh, Martha, you know what? Okay, well, I had to take mine in too. But what I would do is I would have a conversation with the technician and I would say, hey, do you make house calls? Sometimes you'd be surprised. They do. Okay. Now, I am going to tell you, it gets pricier when they make the house calls because they kind of prefer you bring it in because he can service multiple machines in one location. So it makes it easier for the technician because what happens is that you guys all bring in your machines to that one stop and then he just goes in that day. He works on everybody's machines. They're all done. Everything's working. Then he goes home. If he goes to every people's house, that's a long haul for him. I mean, he's driving all over the place. So, but what I usually do is I make sure I tip very, very well because I want him to know it's worth visiting me. Even though Justin, says it is part of his thing that he does in-home repair, and he understands, I mean, especially like we're old, we're old and my machines are upstairs. So to carry two of these machines downstairs and put them in my car and then drive them and then take them out of the car and bring them in the shop. Trust me, Marsha, I know exactly what you are talking about. It's a pain. They're heavy. They are very, very heavy. They're not light. And you are risking it because, going down the stairs, these are very heavy machines. So it takes two people to carry these down the stairs into the car and then two people from the car to the shop and then vice versa, right? You can drop them. And if you drop these machines, forget about it. It's less, I mean, that's, and that what I don't like too is when you're traveling with them too, you got to make sure that you put the arms down and everything from where the threads are in there. You got to make sure that's down. You got to make sure it's secure. You want to make sure it's secure in your car because, and the driving, if you hit a lot of potholes and stuff, you can misalign a sensor or something on these babies. There's a big risk. So yeah, I am very, very fortunate. Trust me. I know. And it's like, oof. Mm-mm. Yeah, Mellow. Everybody's talking about you, Mellow. He's taking his nap. His little nap. Oh, Nana says she's drinking peach wine in Georgia. It's supposed to be 19 degrees. Yeah, we got one heck. Are you going to he does have a Santa hoop, Iris. Yes, and I will be making sure to put that on him. He had it last year when I visit my mom and dad. And I still have it. I hope it still fits him. But he should be fine because he's still he's about the same weight. He's at 80, so he's snoring. he snores just like Fred. Hey Deborah, how are you? Hey Gail, how you doing? Hey Angela, hey Crafty Puerto Rican, how you been? Nate, hey Mr. Mellow, best dressed dog around. He's a supervisor, Nettie. I wasn't able to participate Esther gift due to moving. That's okay. I would love to purchase your mug. Where can I purchase? I will have the mugs available on my Etsy shop. Angela, I do have a couple of more because I had bought like a case. So I had like some extra ones and stuff. So and shout out to my girlfriend Patty because while I was doing all these orders and stuff, she was helping me press these mugs. And and she never did crafts before, but she did an awesome job. So I'm like, really grateful that she was able to help me because that is the one thing that I was worried about. It's like I had all these orders that I had to do. Then I was getting local orders as well. I had to get all these mugs pressed, and then I had to get them packed. Then I had to buy all the shipping labels for all the mugs and get them out. So, but I will tell you, once I got all these mugs to the post office, and something funny was I had the mugs in certain bags. Some of them had to go to UPS, some had to go to USPS. So I mixed up some of the mugs, but thankfully, when I got to UPS, they were like, "It's not a problem. We'll take, we have a contract with them. The truck comes, they'll take it." And I was like, "Oh," because I was like, "Oh my God." I was like, "Did I just screw up?" But no, they were very helpful and stuff. Hey Jenny, gonna join next year? Yes, join. I mean, it's a lot of fun. It's something that I really like doing, and people really enjoy it. I think it's like really cool and stuff. Does it wash out? I know one of them say dry clean. You know what? I don't know, Marsha. Let me look. It says, okay. It does not say anything. It does not say if it washes out. It just says, to anticipate early, iron fabric with a dry iron, wipe off excess adhesive, wash content, test safe for indoors. It does not say. It says highly concentrated, non-flammable material. Let me see. Non-toxic, odorless, and clear. Safe for our planet. It does not say. It doesn't say with this. I haven't had any issues with it though. And I'm assuming it does. I don't know about the 505. I don't know if any of you guys out there know about 505, but I don't know. Hi, is the Embrilliance discount code still in effect? Is someone knows the code? Let me see, Angela. Discount code for Embrilliance. Let me look it up. Let me see. Embrilliance Essentials coupon code. Says 10% for the month of December. Try bundle up 22. That's one coupon code that you could try. Oh, they have a lot of coupon codes here. Well, 10% is Thankful 22. Bundle up. Some of these I think are old. Some of these are old. So what I would do, Angela, is I would do a search for coupon code for Embrilliance and see if you can find something that'll work and stuff. Oh, Iris made coquito for the first time. You know what? I'm gonna have to go to the store and I'm gonna have to buy some. And I hope they have some. I waited till the last minute. I'm telling you, because I was so busy with the business, I didn't have time to do almost anything. So, I mean, kind of like messed up. Hey, Social, how you doing? Hey, Simon, brought the wheel covers yesterday from your suggestion. Like a clean hoop too. Yeah, I mean, these work great. I'm saying, and you know what I like about this? They're just $1. They're just $1. You can take it, put it in the washing machine, wash it. If it gets too funky, it's not a big deal. You just spend $1. Well, all right. Now the dollar store is $1.25. Okay, everything's going up. Okay, so you gotta pay an extra quarter. So, but still, it's a cheap, good solution. Okay, and stuff. Oh, Look at that. Baby wipes work to clean up the gummy hoops too. There you go. New to your channel, love your suggestions and willingness to share. Oh, thanks, Simone. I appreciate it. And welcome to the channel. Let's see. Robin says the 505 says it's washable and it can be dry cleaned. So I would stick to the 505 then, because this did not say anything. This doesn't say anything about it being washable and stuff like that. So, I mean, you can try it. But the thing is, if the 505 says it is, then why try this one? I would just go for the 505 then. Because, you spend money, why spend the money, let's see. Let me see. Oh, what's your Facebook group? Embroidery Happy Hour Adventures. And all the information like Facebook group and information regarding the brilliance and all that kind of stuff, they usually have the links on all of my videos and stuff. So, let's see. Can I slow down my single needle flatbed? I'm extreme. Yes, you can. You can slow down the machine. And Simone, I have a video on metallic threads. And if you watch that video, it shows exactly how to slow down. And as a matter of fact, I think I might even have a video on that alone. I will check right now. I think I do have one on slowing down the machine. Hold on. I've done so many. It's just like, let me see. Oh, I can't. This is a whole different look. Okay, hold on. Oh, and I can't search. I think I can. Oh, that sucks. Okay, I thought I could search. I have a playlist if on the SC1900. Okay, so if you look on that, it will definitely, I do show how to slow down the machine. It's in your settings. Okay, you have a speed thing. I believe you hit the little icon that looks like a document. Click on that, go through all the screens. You'll see something that says embroidery speed. That's where you click it. If you have the single needle machine, if it's a Brother SC1900, the maximum speed is 650, and you can lower it. Okay. Yep. See, Crafty Puerto Rica says she does 800 stitches per minute as well, the max. I always do that. I don't do 1,000 and stuff. Can I? Yeah, I don't. I do 800. Hey Linda, how you doing? Oh, it's 5 in West Virginia. You're not that far from me because I'm in Haymarket, Virginia. And I like going to where is that? I haven't been there in a while. The casinos. Races, slots, something like that. Won $1,500 once when I went over there. Yeah. And so as soon as I won that money, boy, I was like, let's get in the car and go home. I wasn't gonna play that money back. I wanted that check. Let's see. Oh, Marcia says she has a luminaire and have done all the upgrades. Let me tell you, luminaire, I think the luminaire is like the Tesla of all. I mean, that's an expensive machine because I looked at it. It costs just as much as my 10 needle multi-needle machine. Very, very expensive and stuff. Tina has a Viking. Oh, everybody's listening their machines. Oh, thank you about Shopify. I did sign up, but I'll be canceling it. $29 a month. Yeah, and that's the thing. $29 a month is a lot. And you got to bring your own traffic. With Etsy, it's only 20 cents to list. And the fees really just come into place if you sell something, right? And to me, I just kind of look at it as it's not that bad, right? But with Shopify, it's like you're paying that $29 a month. I don't know what other fees are attached to that, but I kind of look at it as if you don't sell enough to cover the 29, then I don't know, just not, to me it didn't seem worth it, at least for me. For me and my situation, it wasn't going to be something that was going to work out for me. Hey Nat, extremely late. Oh, Merry Christmas to you too. Hey Wheat Quill, how you doing? Do not have underlay, so your Embrilliance fonts are much better. Oh, I didn't know that. Thanks for letting me know. And yeah, I mean, I've seen the fonts, but I really don't use them. I usually always buy my fonts from from Stitchtopia. I really love the fonts from that site. Never got a bad stitch, good quality fonts, and you can always get the BX, so that way you can work with embroiderings and stuff. I really do. I mean, I'm addicted to that site. All my embroidery fonts come from Stitchtopia and stuff. Crafty Puerto Rican, Fazzle. Yep, Fazzle is her digitizer too. I really love working with him. I think out of, and I've tried other digitizers, okay? Because I have a list just in case Fazzle can't help, because he gets kind of busy because he is good at what he does. And I have other digitizers that I'll reach out to. But my first choice is always Fazzle. And I'm gonna tell you, there have been times when Fazzle's been real busy. So I'm like, okay, let me try another digitizer. And then I'll get the file from the digitizer. And sometimes the file is kind of like, it's okay. But guess what? I gotta like reach back to Fazzle and go, okay, I got this file. And can you fix it for me? Because it's really not doing what I wanted to do. And then I kind of feel bad because like sometimes he'll be like, where'd you get that file? And I'll be like, and then I just go, customer data too. It's kind of funny because I feel like I cheated on him, like, oh, you went through another digitizer, I feel like I cheated on the guy. So, but he's so sweet. He'll be like, I got it. I'll fix it for you. So, it's a lot of times, sometimes I'll get a good stitch from another digitizer, but there have been times when I have gone to other digitizers and I had them digitize and I'll stitch it and it's either off or I need a border or it doesn't look as clear or as crisp as I want it to. And he kind of knows how I like my stitch outs to be. So I'll just go, hey, Fazzle, I didn't want to bother you. I had somebody do that. Can you help me? And he does it. I mean, he's like really, really good at what he does. I really like what I really love is his customer service. His customer service skills to me are really, really good because there are digitizers out there that once they send you a file, it's like the communication is cut. They don't want to hear from you anymore until you want another design to be digitized. Then all of a sudden they're willing to have a conversation. And I know what that's about because it's like they just want the cash, right? But what I like about Fazzle is if he does a file for you and then you send him a picture and you go, hey, can you just tweak it? He's willing to work with you. And that's what I really like about it. It's like he stands by his work. And, I don't know. To me, he's really, when it comes to real important stuff for customers, like logos for customers, I go to him because I know I'm going to get an outstanding quality stitch. I'll always go to Fazzle. For simple designs or whatever, I'll still go to Fazzle, but I'll try other digitizers because it's stuff that for me or something like that. But if it's for a customer, no, it's Fazzle. That's the guy I go to all the time. Wow, everybody's talking about the weather and stuff. Hey, Pink Journey, how are you? Thanks for all your great tips. Oh, you're welcome. Relocated from Chicago to Alabama. It's freezing. I guess the code's following you. The code is following you. 12 in New Jersey. Oh my God. 10 degrees in Maryland. Yep, it's 10 degrees in Haymarket too. Let me see. This is kind of fun because we're just hanging around talking about the weather. Let me see. Let me see. You want to go for a walk, Mellow? You gonna go for a walk? Look at him. Look at him. Do you want to go for a walk? You want to go for a walk? What do you think about that? Should we go for a walk? I like when he moves his little head from side to side. No, we're not gonna go for a walk, boo boo. It's too cold. It's too cold. Yeah, we are at 10 degrees here too. And stuff, because Maryland and Virginia, we're not that far and stuff. So yeah, 10 degrees and stuff. And yeah, so our heater in this house is working. And I had the fireplace going earlier today. Because it's cold. It is cold. And I felt it was kind of cold in the house and stuff, but then and I had like a snuggie on. I had my snuggie on, and then I had my sweatshirt on. And then I was kind of like, oh man, it's cold. But then now I got the lights on me, because I noticed that sometimes the videos I come out a little dark. So, it's like I'm sitting in the dark room. So, look at that. He's just sitting there enjoying. He's a trip, this dog. What is it, boo boo? What is it? Look at you. He's in heaven. He's in heaven right now, right? Look at that little fro. You got your little fro going on. You got your fro going on. You're so cute, boo boo. You're a good boy. So, yeah, I thought it was cold in this house. So I had the snuggie on and everything. But then after a while, I was like, let me take my sweatshirt off and stuff. So, yeah, it's getting cold and stuff. I'm much older than you, and I have a 10 needle and a luminaire. Marsha, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm jealous about that luminaire though. I went into Susie's Quilt Shop because that's where I usually go. Susie's Quilt Shop in Manassas, Virginia. And she's got a luminaire in that shop. And when I visit her, I always like to sit next to it. I don't touch it though. The reason why I don't touch it is because I know that's a $15,000 machine and I'm going to want to take it home. So, but I'm going to tell you that thing, I mean, it's huge. It's a flatbed. It's huge. It's gorgeous. It has a big screen. I could only imagine what that beauty can do. And I think one day I am going to go in there and I'm going to ask her and be like, can we play with it? But I know what's going to happen is that when I get in my car and I go home, I'm going to be crying because I want the machine, But that machine is beautiful. Beautiful. I think Miss Banks has a luminaire. I'm not sure. I got to ask her, because I was supposed to meet up with her. So I was going to meet up with her. I think it was last month, but something happened and we weren't able to meet up. But I want to meet up with her because I still want to learn how to do the kitchen towel toppers and stuff that are in the hoop. And I know she said she wanted to teach me. So I want to do that. But I think she has a luminaire. And if she does, oh my God, I'm going to be like, oh, I want to play with that machine. I mean, I would love to have one of those. I would love to have one of those. I really would. And stuff. You should do a video on it and stuff. Marsha, should put it out there and stuff. Marlene loves coquito. Yep. Let me tell you, you got to put some good Bacardi in that. And stuff. Make it strong. Make it strong. Thanks so much. Getting enthusiasts. Ooh, you're gonna love enthusiasts, Angela. That's where you could do the knockdown stitches. Yeah, I love that stuff. Oh, it worked. Bundle up. Awesome. Get your 10%. Good for you. Keep that money in your pocket. I use WD-40 to clean my hoops from sticky stabilizer. You do. I'm wondering though, Marlene, do you find that makes it like really like slippery? Because WD-40 is really like I actually use WD-40 to clean the numbers of my mailbox outside. But I find that very, very oily. So I'm just wondering, does it leave like oily residue on your hoops when you did that and stuff? I don't know. I mean, I usually what I'll do is I'll just go to the the sink, and I'll just use my oh my goodness, look at him. He wants attention. That's what it is. And then I'll just here you go, Mellow. You want to be on camera? There you go. There you go. All right, now you're on camera. Okay. So I'll take dishwashing liquid and sponge, and I'll just go like that, and then I'll just like wash it, and then I'll just like put it on a drying mat, and I'll let it dry and stuff like that. Because I'm always I don't like to get this wet because I don't want this to rust or anything like that. What do you think about that, Noah? Right? Oh my goodness. I think he's trying to say it's bedtime, Mom. Oh my God, you're pushy. You're very demanding. So anyway, did you see that? You pushed me in front of everybody. Oh my God. Well, excuse me. I'll move. Jesus Christ, excuse me. Oh my God. Okay, somebody's got an attitude. Let me see. Oh, I'm sorry, Marcia. She lost her mom and dad. And the 10 in the luminaire were each 20,000. Wow. Okay. So, and I'm thinking it was 15. Oh, wow. I'm telling you guys, that's why I say, do your research, get the best machine that you want. When you buy these embroidery machines, it's like buying a car. It's like buying a car. It really is. So you want to make sure that you get the best bang for your buck. Oh my God, look at him. Did you see him giving me that side eye? Look at his eyes. See that side eye? Oh my God. Look at his eye. It's a trip. Oh my God. All right. Mellow wants that walk. I know, Miss Lady. I know. He's giving me that look, but it's cold. It's too cold out there and stuff. He is not going to be able to, we're not walking. We're going to have to do that. I don't know if we'll do it in the morning either, because in the morning it's probably going to be too cold too and stuff. So anyway, guys, but look at that. We are going on 2 hours again. I guess I just talk too much. I guess I do. I'm a talker. Mom's a talker. I am and stuff. Well, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. I know my energy is a little off today because I am tired. I really am. I'm tired. But as always, I promise you guys every Friday, 8 o'clock, and I am determined to stay on schedule. Since I started this journey of doing Embroidery Happy Hour, I only missed one, and it was because I had the COVID, and I really could not function. But I have kept my promise, and I am going to keep these Embroidery Happy Hours going and stuff because I actually enjoy them, and I have a lot of fun, and I like talking to you guys and that, and sharing, information and sharing what I'm learning and all that kind of stuff, and what I'm experiencing regarding, sewing and embroidering and all that. And I think Mellow likes to make his little appearances too, as you can see, right, Mellow? Is that true, Mellow? You like to make your appearances? I think you do. So he likes to make little cameos. Oh, there you go. Okay. So but I'm going to keep them going and stuff. But if there is a topic that you guys want me to like explore or something like that, or talk about or address, let me know. Put it in the comments below, or put it in the chat, put it on Facebook and stuff. I'm always looking for, videos. Usually what I do too is whenever I'm working on something, I like to videotape it when I'm working on it, because I'm always wondering, like, there's always somebody out there that might want to do the same thing that I'm doing and may not know how to hoop the item or how to, set it up on Brilliance, or set up the machines or anything like that. I haven't been doing that many videos on the SC1900 because I kind of now am doing most of my work on the multi-needle machines, but I still do want to do some projects on it. And I do want to do, like, next year, I plan on doing 12 days of Christmas of embroidery, where I wanted to do like an embroidery project for, one embroidery project for each day. I will be, I already have the ideas laid out, and I'm going to start filming those things so that way I have them in my back pocket, so that next year I can just release them, and every day you guys will have a new video, a new project that you guys can do. I thought that would be a lot of fun. And again, next year I will do the Esther gift exchange again, because that seemed to have really taken off the first year that I did it. I tried to do it with my family, but nobody signed up. So, so I was kind of like, those people are so cheap, So anyway, but I was like, okay, that's fine, because my family's kind of scattered all over the place. So I kind of figured we could do a gift exchange, but it didn't work out. So what I ended up doing was I tried it with you guys, and you guys really seem to have enjoyed it, and I really loved seeing how everybody got really excited and happy about getting something from someone else that made something for them. So I wanted to keep that going, because I really think that is so, so special. And because you guys helped me to do that, that's when I got the idea of doing the mugs, and figuring every year I will gift to you guys like a new mug or something like that, to thank you guys for helping me with that gift exchange. And we are growing and stuff. I think in the Facebook group we have about 3,000. The channel has reached over 10,000 too, so I'm like excited about that too, because that was a personal goal that I had to meet this year, and I met it. So I was like, yes, that's like so cool. So yeah, I really like doing this. I really like sharing my knowledge and everything. So if you guys know other people too that are into sewing and embroidering, or want to learn, tell them about the channel and stuff. And if you're new, please subscribe. And if you like the embroidery happy hours, if you liked what I shared tonight, please hit that like button, and and just share the information with other people and stuff like that. So guys, you guys have a great Christmas. Please be safe. Enjoy your time with your family and your friends. And I just want to say thank you so much for everything you guys have done, all the support. And I really do, I feel all the support, all the love from everybody. I think this is like so super awesome. So I will continue to do my thing, and meet with you guys every Friday, and have fun. And I hear him yarning, so I think I got a hint. He's saying, say goodbye already. So I will talk to you guys later. Okay. You guys have a great night. Enjoy. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. And I will see you guys next Friday, and I will talk to you guys later. Have a great one, guys. See you later. Bye.